In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college basketball games happening on November 14, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college football games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Duke versus Michigan State. In a highly anticipated showdown, 2 stalwarts of men's college basketball, the 9th-ranked Duke Blue Devils and the 18th-ranked Michigan State Spartans, are set to clash on Tuesday night in Chicago as part of the State Farm Champions Classic. Both teams enter the contest with a 1-1 record this season, adding an extra layer of intrigue to this neutral site encounter. Duke, led by head coach John Scheyer, commenced their season on a positive note with a commanding victory over Dartmouth at home. However, they suffered a setback in their first home game, succumbing to a resilient Arizona squad. The Blue Devils, currently averaging 82.5 points per game, showcased their offensive prowess in the season opener with standout performances from Kyle Filipowski, who leads the team with 25 points per game. Duke's offensive efficiency is further emphasized by their impressive shooting percentages: 53.2% from the field, 75% from the free throw line, and 37.5% from beyond the arc. On the other side, the Michigan State Spartans, led by coach Tom Izzo, overcame an initial stumble with a convincing win against Southern Indiana after a surprising upset loss to James Madison. Tyson Walker has been a standout performer for the Spartans, averaging 24.5 points per game, showcasing his scoring prowess. However, the team faces challenges, particularly in three-point shooting, where they have struggled with a mere 6.5% success rate. As the teams gear up for this marquee matchup, the defensive capabilities of the Blue Devils come into focus. Duke, historically adept at perimeter defense, boasts a veteran roster that excels in key defensive categories, including points allowed, field goal percentage, and three-point defense. The coaching matchup leans toward Izzo's experience, yet Scheyer's defensive-oriented approach may prove decisive. Michigan State, recovering from a setback against James Madison, faces a formidable Duke team that has already tested its mettle against quality opponents. Duke's ability to stifle three-point shooting and control the glass presents a significant challenge for the Spartans. Despite the coaching acumen of Izzo, Duke's defensive strength may give them the edge. Analyzing the offensive dynamics, Duke's recent matchup against Arizona, where they scored 73 points, hints at a potential high-scoring affair. Michigan State, with their depth and talent, may contribute to the point total, especially considering Duke's proficiency in scoring and Michigan State's depth. In the absence of a home court advantage, as the game takes place at the United Center in Chicago, Duke's recent experience in high-profile matchups gives them an additional advantage. The Blue Devils' resilience against Arizona and their overall talent make them the favored pick. While acknowledging Izzo's inclination to experiment with rotations early in the season, Duke's consistency and talent make them a solid choice in this clash. So the Duke Blue Devils to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Turning to the total points aspect, the offensive capabilities of both teams and the potential for a back-and-forth contest suggest a high-scoring affair. Duke's recent game against Arizona, where the score exceeded expectations, sets a precedent for this matchup. Considering both teams' ability to shoot from long range and rebound effectively, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Kentucky versus Kansas. In a highly anticipated matchup set to unfold at the iconic United Center in Chicago, the number 1 ranked Kansas Jayhawks are poised to clash with the number 17 ranked Kentucky Wildcats in a riveting encounter scheduled as part of the prestigious Champions Classic. Both teams have kicked off the season in impressive fashion, boasting unblemished 2-0 records, setting the stage for an exhilarating showdown that promises to be a defining moment in the early stages of the college basketball season. Kansas, coming off a dominant start to the campaign, has been an offensive juggernaut, showcasing an exceptional average of 99 points per game. Their offensive efficiency is underscored by a remarkable 62.6% shooting from the field and an impressive 46.9% from beyond the three-point line. The driving force behind this offensive prowess is none other than center Hunter Dickinson, a scoring machine averaging 19.5 points per game, complemented by an impressive 8 rebounds per game. Adding to the depth of scoring options, guard Kevin McCullough Jr. has been contributing significantly with an average of 18.5 points per game. The collective effort is evident in the well-distributed assists from guards Omarco Jackson and Dajuan Harris Jr., both averaging 7.5 assists per game. Defensively, the Jayhawks are not to be underestimated, with forward Parker Braun leading the charge with 2 blocks per game, showcasing their ability to challenge shots and protect the rim, while boasting an impressive average of 41 rebounds per game, indicating their capacity to control the boards. Potential concerns arise with the questionable availability of guards Wilder Evers and Patrick Cassidy, which could impact the team's depth, especially against a resilient Kentucky squad. On the other side of the court, the Kentucky Wildcats, also entering the matchup with an unblemished 2-0 record and leading the Southeastern Conference, bring a different set of strengths to the table. Sporting a solid 48.5 field goal percentage and a 32.7 three-point shooting efficiency, the Wildcats have been averaging a commendable 83.5 points per game as a cohesive unit. Guard Antonio Reeves leads the scoring charts with an impressive 16 points per game, closely followed by guard Rob Dillingham with 14.5 points. The scoring depth showcased by the Wildcats will be vital in their quest to keep up with Kansas' high-scoring offense. In terms of rebounding, although slightly behind Kansas with 39.5 rebounds per game, forward Tree Mitchell's noteworthy 8.5 rebounds per game indicate the Wildcats' ability to hold their own on the glass. The Wildcats' defense features players such as guard Reed Shepard, contributing with 2.5 steals and 2 blocks per game, highlighting their capability to disrupt opponents' offenses. However, injury concerns persist with the questionable status of Adu Thero, coupled with the absence of Zvonimir Ivicic and Aaron Bradshaw, which could limit options, particularly in maintaining defensive intensity and rotational depth. As the Jayhawks and Wildcats prepare to collide in this high-profile matchup, the experience of Kansas emerges as a significant edge. With 3 returning starters and the seasoned presence of Hunter Dickinson, Kansas appears to be operating like a well-oiled machine. Particularly, the leadership of Dajuan Harris Jr., with national championship experience, provides the Jayhawks with a valuable asset. While Kentucky brims with potential and talent, this matchup poses a stern test for a group of players still finding their rhythm together. The expectation is that the Jayhawks will settle in early, allowing them to pull away while the Wildcats strive to establish their tempo. A notable distinction between these teams lies in the coaching acumen, with Bill Self leading the Jayhawks and John Calipari helming the Wildcats. While both coaches boast tremendous skills, the familiarity and adaptability of Self with his squad give Kansas an advantage in strategizing against the Wildcats. The defensive pressure from Kansas may pose challenges for Kentucky's young ball handlers, potentially leading to turnovers. Kansas' efficient shooting, particularly from 3-point range, adds a game-changing dimension to their offensive strategy. Kansas should secure a victory by a margin of 7 to 10 points, showcasing their superiority without a blowout. So the Kansas Jayhawks to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full-game side pick. In a closely contested game, Kansas is expected to maintain its balanced attack, defensive solidity, and offensive efficiency. The Wildcats' freshman stars may shine at times but could face early game jitters, resulting in turnovers and challenging possessions. The emphasis on defense in this high-stakes matchup suggests a lower-scoring affair. Under the projected total is our full-game total pick. Iowa versus Creighton. In the 8th installment of the Gavitt Tip-Off Games, an annual early season event featuring matchups between teams from the Big East and Big 10 conferences, the Iowa Hawkeyes are set to face off against the Creighton Blue Jays in a compelling battle scheduled between November 13th and 17th. Named in honor of Big East founder Dave Gavitt, this event serves as a platform for exciting inter-conference clashes, and the Iowa-Creighton showdown promises to be a highlight of this series. The Iowa Hawkeyes enter this contest with a pristine 2-0 record, showcasing their dominance in a commanding 98-67 victory over Alabama State in their last outing, scoring 49 points in each half. The Hawkeyes displayed offensive prowess, shooting 45.8% from the field and securing 48 rebounds in an impressive display. In their season opener, Iowa posted a resounding 110-68 win against North Dakota, emphasizing their scoring proficiency with an average of 104 points per game. Peyton Sandford has been a standout performer for the Hawkeyes, contributing 19 points, 10.5 rebounds, and 3 assists per game. Iowa boasts impressive shooting percentages of 49.7% 57% from the field, 74.5% on free throws, and 39.6% on three-pointers. The Creighton Blue Jays, also undefeated at 2-0, demonstrated their offensive prowess with an 89-60 victory over North Dakota State in their last game, shooting an impressive 61.1% from the field and out-rebounding their opponents 36-22. Creighton showcased their dominance. In their season opener, the Blue Jays secured a resounding 105-54 win against Florida Agricultural and Mechanical, displaying an average scoring output of 97 points per game. Trey Alexander has been a key contributor, averaging 20.5 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 4.5 assists per game. Creighton boasts remarkable shooting percentages of 58.7% from the field, 68.8% on free throws, and 45.5% on three-pointers. Despite the relative proximity of Iowa and Creighton, these teams haven't crossed paths since 2011. Creighton holds a historical advantage in the series with a 14-11 record and has emerged victorious in 5 of the last 7 meetings. This matchup promises an exciting clash between veteran guards in the backcourt and experienced players in the paint. Both teams share a penchant for running and scoring, setting the stage for a high-tempo battle. Iowa has impressed with its ability to take care of the ball, averaging a mere 6.5 turnovers per game while dishing out an impressive 25 assists. This emphasizes the Hawkeyes' commitment to ball movement and finding open shooters. Comparatively, Creighton has showcased a commendable 19.5 assists and 10.5 turnovers. The home court advantage at the Chi Health Center, located just a 3.5-hour drive from the University of Iowa, could play a pivotal role in the matchup. Last season, Creighton demonstrated a 13-2 home record, albeit with a 7-8 against the spread mark and a 3-4 record in home games laying less than 10 points. This suggests a tendency to slightly overvalue the Blue Jays on their home court. Iowa enters this matchup with a 1-1 against the spread record this season, having lost against the spread in their last outing, while Creighton boasts a perfect 2-0 start. Ranked number 8 in the country, Creighton boasts one of the most formidable scoring offenses in college basketball, shooting nearly 59% from the field and averaging 97 points per game. Iowa, on the other hand, is averaging 104 points per game but with a slightly lower field goal percentage at 49.7%. Both teams have displayed defensive solidity, but Creighton has allowed approximately 10 points fewer per game. Considering the substantial points offered at home against a solid Big Ten team, caution is warranted. Creighton, while excelling against mid-majors, may face challenges on the defensive end, especially against Iowa's pace. The Hawkeyes, with their youthful vigor and substantial size in the paint, can pose difficulties for Creighton's defense. Iowa's track record of pushing the tempo, coupled with their capacity to compete inside, adds a layer of complexity for the Blue Jays. In a game that promises to be a defining early season encounter for both teams, the Iowa Hawkeyes to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. This matchup between Iowa and Creighton is poised to deliver an exhilarating basketball spectacle, adding to the excitement of the Gavitt Tip-Off Game series. Considering the offensive efficiency of both teams and the anticipated fast-paced nature of the game, the suggestion is to go over the projected total, expecting a high-scoring affair. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.